that nobody's got any injuries. If you have, I will give options so you can adapt it to your level. So just be sensible with that. And if you haven't done Pilates before, that's not a problem. You'll still be able to follow this. So welcome to the pink event, or pink Pilates class. So I'm sure you'll know somebody that has been affected by breast cancer. So thank you for supporting this cause and for joining me today. So we are going to begin in a standing position. And we'll go into progressing to the floor, and then we'll end with some relaxation today. So we're just going to begin with the feet into hip width. So making sure you've got your hips, your knees, your ankles aligned, and then just dropping down through that tailbone. So we're not tackling the pelvis underneath, or we're not going back the opposite way. So just find that nice alignment. And then you're going to bring the hands to the side of the ribs. As you do that, just relax the shoulders, keeping that chin on the shelf. And we're going to begin with a little bit of breath work. So we're going to take a breath in through the nose. Feel the rib cage connect into the hands. Exhale through the mouth and deflate the rib cage. So it's a full breath in. So moving this way with the ribs, that lateral direction. As you exhale, funnel the breath back down through the ribs, abdominals into that pelvic floor. Breathing in and breathing out. So you want to find that full capacity of your breath. So continue with that movement. The breath is key, often dictates our pace of life. If you're recovering from injuries, if you're recovering from surgery, you want to find a good breath pattern. And obviously it will enhance our exercises as we go through this class. 2 more rounds of breath. So find your alignment, find the breath. So just picking up on those basic fundamental ABC principles, if you like, of Pilates. So staying with that good alignment, keeping that chin on the shelf, shoulders down, lengthen the fingertips. Just check that you've not moved from that position for a moment. Now continue with the breath, and then we're going to just find a little bit of centering. So you don't need to pull your abdominals in, you don't need to brace. Just imagine you're pressing into that ball between the ankle bones, and that'll pick up your inner thigh that's connected on the fascial lines into that pelvic area. So from here, we're just going to start with a single arm raise. So taking your right arm, breathe in, breathe out as you release. So alternating sides. And then we're going to go with 2 arms. So you can take it with one if you prefer. And then we're going to go back to 1 arm and go a little higher. So see where you can go alternating with your range of movements. 1 more on each side like that. You can always keep it into shoulder height. Now 2 arms. Breathing in, breathing out. So make sure you don't lean back. And we're going to put with that a little knee bend or a Pilates half squat. So hands come back. Oh, a little click there. Is anyone else clicking? 2 more. And when you do this, you're going to make sure your knees don't get forced over the toes. So let's go a little higher with the arms now for 4, 3. So they will obviously go over the toes, they can't not, you don't want to push them. Let's do 1 more here. And then bringing it back to centre. So from this position, you're just going to step out to the side now. So you're going to take your right leg and just do a little baby step, centre, left leg, step, centre. Now if you want more, make it more into a lunge as you go. So you can do a bigger step there. So breathing in, breathing out. And then we're just going to start to add on with the arm line. So as you go to the right, lengthen. Breathing in, breathing out. Reach the arms. 1 more on each side like this. So you can get a little lower as you warm through. If you want more, we're going to go 2 arms. So a little bit like you did when we're in a static position and progressed it with your Pilates forward or front squat. 1 more on each side. And then bringing it back to centre. Okay, from here you're going to go into circles. So just start now. Your right arm, I'll mirror image this, I hope it picks it up on here. So we're going to go right arm, left arm. Just again, see where you can go a moment. Now go with 2 arms and you're going to float alternate legs, so you're here. So you're breathing in, breathing out. Then we're going to pick the foot up off the floor. So just take a leg away and circle. So your knee is now in line with the hip, or thereabouts, that's what you're aiming for. Hold and circle. So bringing in a little bit of balance for it now. Good. Inhale, exhale. One more. And bring it back to centre. Okay, now we're going to change that and we're going to go to the side again with the arm line. So you're going to reach your arms out to the side, breathing in, and you're going to lengthen your leg away. So reach out. You can take the foot off the floor if you like and release. So we're adding the spine movement here too as we go. So reach away. Now you're going to take the leg off the floor if you can. So reach. If you're on a padded mat here or a spongy mat, you might actually want to get rid of it for your balance work. Breathing in, breathing out. So see where you can go, lengthen and reach away. Again, you can keep the foot lower to the floor. Let's do one more. Reach, 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 and bring it back to centre. Okay, now we're going to take the right leg behind. So you're just going to cross behind with that right leg. So you're right here for 3. We're going to do 2 more. And then you're going to add in a little twist. So bring your fingertips to the shoulders, twist. So bring in a second spinal movement here. Breathing in, breathing out. So you don't need to go too low. Just think about that posture. So as you take the leg back, don't let the pelvis turn. Keep your pelvis square. Breathing in, breathing out. Eye gaze leads this movement. Go with upper, mid, lower ribs and reverse it to come back. One more. Bring it back to centre. Okay, from here, we're now going to take, I'm going to go side arm, opposite arm to leg. You're going to do a slight extension. So reaching away with your right leg. Now you can just keep your hands onto the pelvis if you like. I'll get rid of this padded mat second. So from here, you're going to lengthen, come back. So just check you're not directly into your lower back. There's going to be a little bit of movement. You could leave the foot on the floor if you prefer. Otherwise, we take the leg away. And now we're going to start to add on opposite arm to leg. So it's a little bit of balance work. So reaching back and lengthen the opposite arm here. So breathing in, breathing out. Again, you can keep the foot on the floor like this if you prefer. Or you can take the leg away. One more. And then bring it back to centre. Good. Okay. Bring your feet back into hip width. So from here, let's take that from the top. You're going to do Pilates, half squats with double arm floats. Breathe in, breathe out. So inhale, exhale. If you want more on these last 4 reps, take arms higher. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to side step. So you're going to take it out to your right. So we're going to side step or side lunge. And then you can add in the arms. So you can do one arm here. And you might be doing this just with a step. Breathing in, breathing out. Really lengthen now. Double arms. Here we go. Reach. Keep reaching. Hope you feel that stretch. Inner thigh line. Working into the outer glute. One more each side. Bringing it back to centre. Okay, now you're going to do circles. Pick up your right foot. Breathe in. Breathe out. So the arms are circling, knee stays in line. You've got it. Okay, we're going to go for another 4, 3. We're just sit with the arms back rather than forward. 2. Here's your balance. 1. Release. Now you're going to take your right leg behind. So we're here. Sink. Only go as low as you can, looking after that knee. Okay, you've got it. And bring it back to centre. Now you're going to add in, go back to side line and reach away. So you're going to inhale, exhale. Here's the balance component. Stay with that. Reach. So we can do alternate arms, or you can do both arms. And bring the spine into it a little more. So you really lengthen. Check you're not just dropping this arm. Move that torso. Reach. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more on each side. Last one. Then you're going to go back to your cross and add the twist. So from here, step back. You turn to your front leg. I'm hoping we're getting warmer. Feeling mobilised. So this is your mobilisation through the joints, but we're also bringing in that dynamic open phase with your balance, challenging the core. One more. Now here comes the balance. Take your right leg off of the floor, so keep the pelvis as level as you can. You're going to circle it back. So we're going to do 4, 3, 2, 1. Now change direction. How does that hip feel? Now you can always trace the floor if you need. Other side, balance. One more, and reverse. So we go 4, 3, relax the toes, 2, 1, back to centre. From this position now, you're going to go into a Pilates half roll. So from here, feet into hip width, take a breath in, nod the head, exhale as you start to roll. Little knee bend if you need, so imagine you're going up and over that beach ball. Inhale when you get there, exhale, restack. When you get to the top, hands into smaller back, send the sternum and the chest to the sky, back to centre. We go again, inhale, exhale, nod the head, come 3/4 of the way down this time. So you feel the stretch between the joints and the spine. Inhale to exhale, restack, one joint in turn. And then you're going to step forward with your right leg into a lunge. Then go into extension, centre, step back, other side. Step, sink, into extension, and bring it back. Roll down to the floor if you want a little more breath in. Think about that lateral breathing we did at the start. Exhale. Just start to roll. Relax the arm line. Breathing in. Breathing out, come back, one joint in turn. Good, and now you're going to step back with the right leg. So just spin the other way on your mat if you need to. Extension, centre, switch. So go as low as feels comfortable for you. You obviously don't have to do this in a lunge. You can stay where you were. Now, if you want more, both arms above the head, breath in, exhale, roll. And continue with that roll. When you get to where you're going, the arm line is coming back with you, all the way to the top. Open. Keeping the arms here, now we're going to lengthen back. Obviously you won't have the arms here. If any little back niggles or issues, keep them into the side and release. So this time we're going to roll, take a breath in, and we're going to walk out when we get there. Exhale. Now start to walk out long. That's it, into that 4-point position. Lower the knees, feet flat. So we're going to do 2 Pilates push-ups here. So chest in line with the creases of the elbows. Elbows go at diagonals. Then tuck the toes. Walk back. Control. Try not to rock and roll the hips. Roll back to the top. When you get to the top this time, fingertips to shoulders, or you can bring your arms out. We're going to do standing spinal twist. Back to centre, opposite direction. Watch the pelvis doesn't go with you. Now, from here, you're going to either pedal push the feet, or you can do alternate heel floats. So, float that right heel, keep the pelvis level, we're going to add on. Now watch you don't drop down, keep the height, keep the length. So your hips, knees, ankles are train tracking. And then if you want a little more, opposite arm. So we're going into a more flowing sequence now, into standing and 4-point work. Okay, release it there. We're going to roll back down. So you can take your arms if you like, breath in, exhale, roll. And walk out long. Now you can stay on the toes, or you can lower to the knees. So 2 push-ups. Making sure you're not dipping in the back as you do this. And then walk back. Bring the hands in slightly. Now, using those lower abdominals, keep lifting up through the tailbone. And roll. Bring your ankle bones in. Making sure you're not pushing back into the knees. And then, the arms out to the side. If you want more, bring the arms above. And then twist. Breathing in, breathing out. Pelvis stays facing forward. Okay, we're going to do one more roll down. Now you can keep your arms here. And before we do that, we're going to add on from a heel float. You're going to go alternates into pedal pushes. If you want more, bring your feet together and you're going to do a double toe stand. So you're raising both heels, 2. Now matching between those panes of glass, so we're not tilting to the right or the left. Then adding the arms. 4, little bit of balance. 3, 2, last one, release. And we're going to roll down. So this is the last part of the second section. Breathe in, breathe out. The upper body strength here as we come into that push-up. Now if you want to challenge it this time, you're going to float the right leg away. So we're going to do 1 push-up with the right leg floated. You can do this on the knees. 1 push-up with the left leg floating. And then release down. Okay, take a little shake out with the wrists. Now from here, grab a drink if you want a drink. We're going to come into our next section. So we're going to come into that glute work. So you can always come down here, hands directly underneath, elbows directly underneath the shoulders, onto the forearms. If that's not good on your wrists, or stay here. So you've got a little glute sequence. So from this position, chest stays in the crease of the elbow. You're going to float the right leg away. Now watch the back doesn't dip. And we're going to keep the toes pulled down. So we're going to work here. So the knee comes back towards the start position, but you're not rounding the spine. So we're going to go for 8 reps. We go 8. And I'm hoping you're feeling this in the abdominals too. 7. So make sure you don't lean to your left. 6. Keep the weight even so the abdominals support you. 4. 3. Now stay here. 2. Up to the top and hold. Now you're going to take away, if you can, your left arm, and we're going to do 4 like this. 4, 3. So challenging that balance again. 2, keep that arm bone connected. Now take the leg and hold at the top. Now you can tuck your arm down if you need. Watch this tail is long, and we're going to pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5. You can tuck the toes if you need on the other foot. 2, 1. And release down. Excellent. Maybe you felt that in your hamstring as well. Just take a little shake out, a little circle of the wrists. Again, if you're at home obviously doing this, use your chair for your forearms if you want to be more level or balanced. If you find it's too low, coming down here. Okay, let's switch legs. So we're going to do the same on the opposite leg. I'll just spin round slightly. So knees start underneath hips, take the foot away. Flex, so you're not here in the back, keep the back long. And then we're going to go for 8 reps. Like this. So it's the ability of your hip to open, not your lower back. Stay with it. And we've got another 4, 3. Now check where that weight is. Hold. Take the opposite arm away, and then you're going to keep the arm still as you work. So it's upper body strength. It's that core to the glutes. The central core line into the shoulders. Up and hold. We're going to pulse. 7. Keep working. And release. Good. Have a little shake out. How is that? How are we feeling? Can we feel that working in the glutes? You can let me know. Right. Just delay it. Let's go with a sideline movement now. So from this position, we're going to change this slightly. So you're staying into that 4 point. You're going to take foot away, knee away. We're going to go out to the side now. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go 8, 7. Keep the foot pointed. Now you know where you're going with this. So now if you want more, take your left arm away, but this time bring it out to the side. So you can do 8 reps rather than 4 with the arm out to the side. So it's in a T position. This is more challenging because you change the plane. Now watch you're not going too high. You want to see this. Keep that tail long. That's 2 and hold. Now you're going to pulse. So pulse, 2, 3. Stay with this. 4. Keep lengthening the other fingertips. And release. Good. A little shake out. Okay, we're going to change. So from there. So it's the arm that just does this. Your opposite one now though. Okay. Find that alignment. And then we're going to go. Back is long, strong, through centre. So imagine you're twisting lids on those jam jars so you connect into all 4 corners of the palm. Now, next 8 reps. Take your hand away. You don't have to, you might just have it balanced on the floor, but I do want you to keep going with that. I do want you to see if you can take it away, so even if it's not off the floor, just have it balanced there as opposed to here. So keep that weight. This is tough, and you should feel that through that abdominal line too. Up and hold, we're going to pulse. 8, 7. Keep the tail long. 6, 5, 4. Breathe. 2, 1. And release. Good. Take a little shake out. Okay. Just come off of the wrist now. Grab a drink if you want to grab a drink. Make sure you circle those wrists both ways. And then we're going to change that. Okay, so from here, from your 4-point work, we've got another one to do for the glutes, but we're going to get that slightly different. So we're going to come down onto your side. If you come onto your side now, you're going to lengthen. So now we're going to go with a little circle. So we'll work sideline. So you can bring your head into your hands if you like, and just making sure you're stacking your shoulders, your hips, your knees, your ankles. And we're going to take top leg away, making sure you're still stacked. You can bend underneath leg if you need to. I'm going to go with circles. So we're going to do 4 circles the size of a football, and I'm going to do 4 circles slightly bigger. So when you're ready for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now make the circles bigger without rocking forward or back. So you can always bend that underneath leg to allow you to get into that range. So make sure you're not going into your lower back. And now we're going to slow it down with a smaller circle the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now 4 big circles here. 4. Point to the ankles. Watch, we're not going anywhere. Wall in front, wall behind. 1. And then release. So from this position, we're going to lengthen. Press into this palm that's on the floor. We'll go torpedo. So you can do one leg, then the other. That is your option. Otherwise, you're going with 2 feet up press and release. If you want more still, turn this palm. If you're challenging it again, the arm can go over the head. Keep lengthening, and if you want more still, lift the upper body and then back down. So you've got another 3, 2, 1. Now, wherever you are, you're either going to come up and hold, and we're going to go into scissors there, or you can stay down. So you choose, but keep that leg line long. So this can be turned, or you might be lifted and working your scissors here. So you really get a deep line as you go. One more, and release. Well done. Hope you felt that into the waistline. So you're just going to roll over now onto your back. Bring your feet into hip width. Lengthen the fingertips. Reset that neutral position so you're not tucking or pulling down into the mat. Equally, we're not going too far the other way. So press down. We're going to do a spinal curl here. Breathing in. And away you go. One joint in turn. Hold. Imagine you're squeezing that ball in between that leg line so the knees don't go out. And release, one joint in turn. So keep lengthening through the back line of the body. So you should feel this into bottom and back of the thigh and the abdominals. Now take your arms with you, breathing in. Drop the shoulders, breathing out. And then if you want a little bit more, you're either going to float your right heel or you're going to take it to a 90-90. Still with a peel, don't just push it with a flat spine, with or without arms. Hold when you get to the top, drop the shoulders, and you're going to lengthen the leg. Take it out to the side, watch if the knee doesn't go back in line. Out to the side once more, hold. 2 circles, clockwise, 2 anti-clockwise. Make this leg as still as you can. Back to 90-90 and control as you come down. Release. Take the opposite leg. So peel away. Hold. So you could have just lifted the heel. If you've just lifted the heel, you slide the leg along the floor. Then you're going to open out to the side. Watch this doesn't go anywhere. Back in line. Release. Go again. Out and hold. Now 2 circles. You could always put your hands down if you want more stability. 2 circles the opposite way. And then start to come back down. Release. Good. From here, you're going to come onto the opposite side. So keeping that line long. Now we've got circles to begin, so head can come into the hand, just making sure you've got that distance between the lower rib and the floor. Even if the flesh physically isn't lifting, quite creating that space. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Float the top leg. Underneath leg can be bent, remember, if you want support. So we're going back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, 4 bigger circles, same way, 4. Bend that underneath leg if you need to. 2. And now we're going to go other way, small circles for 4. Tiny 3, 2, 1, and 4 bigger circles. So watch your knee isn't turning in, because it would be more on your thigh rather than your bottom. And then when you've done those 4 large circles that way, release down. Okay, from here, lengthen, relax the head and neck. So you've got 8 torpedoes, so check that you're in that alignment. 1 leg, then 1 leg is an option. If it's not good for you to take both feet off the floor, otherwise we lift, we release, hover. Now make sure there's no tension in the head and neck. You can take this hand away, you can turn this palm, or you can go over the head. And you know you can lift your upper body. 4, 3, stay with this, 2, 1. Now stay here, and you can scissor from here So you're working into that core line. So pelvis isn't moving, it's the hip line. So you're there, or you could be down here, and that's fine too. So go where suits you. Make sure your underneath leg isn't bending, top leg doesn't drop down as you go back. Open the hips. And then release down, good. Roll onto the back. And then you're going to bring hands behind the head, feet into hip width. So your first option to do this is to keep the feet down, otherwise we're going to take the feet away as we come towards that chest lift. Take a breath in, watch for not rolling back. Exhale as you come up. Inhale, hands to back of thighs. Exhale, bend the elbows. You're pressing your thighs into your hands. Inhale, hands to the back of the head. Hold. Exhale, lengthen the right leg. Back in. Left leg. Back in. We're going to go right leg hold. Out to the side. Centre and in. Left leg. Out. Centre. Back in. And then come back down. So you can do all that with the foot on the floor. That's fine. So we go breathing in, breathing out. So chest lift, hold, inhale, exhale, drop the shoulders here, reach out of your waistline, stay there. Now send the right leg long, back in. Now alternate left leg, don't let this foot move, find the alignment, right leg hold, out to the side. This half shouldn't be moving, so you don't go far. Lengthen, tiny, keep the knee facing the sky, don't go anywhere. Now right leg, out to the side, wait. Now you're going to circle. One clockwise, one anti-clockwise. Back in. Lengthen. What's happened to your back? Out to the side. Shouldn't be lowering. Stay up there. Circle. And circle. Back in. Hold. 4 little pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1. And control back down so the head is last. Good, okay, I think you felt that right down the centre. So from this position, let's add in a little twist. We're going to go into a crisscross here. So we're going to float the right leg away. Now you can take the opposite leg off the floor, or you can just keep the one foot. So from here, we're going to take a breath in, exhale as you come up. We're going to twist to the right, centre, twist left, centre. This is your option here. So we've got another 4 to go. 3. Now how much can you turn without the shoulders going to the floor? So you're wringing out that cloth. 1 more on each side. And bring it back to centre. And come down, good. Take a stretch. So reach away. Okay, now, from your twist there, you're going to bring yourself back. Take a little hug of knees to chest. Just roll from side to side. Okay, so staying with this. Now we're going to go into a circle. So you're going to lengthen your right leg, lengthen your left leg, send your right leg to the sky, bring the palms down. So we're going to go across the bottom leg. So from here, we're going to do 6 circles. Pelvis stays to the sky. Now only make your circles as big as you can, let this leg rocking and rolling. And then we go the other way. So you could always do this with the knee bent if you need to support the back. And then we release there, and we change sides. So again, have this knee bent if you need to support the back. So the inner thigh should be working into those oblique pockets there, not just the front of the leg. So we go 6 reps. Shows everyone up next section here. So go the opposite way. And then release. Good, have a little hug and just release that hip line So you can do circles, or you can do those helicopters, and we'll go 4 the other way. And release. Good. So from here, you're going to take the hands to the back of the thighs, press the hands, and roll yourself up. Okay. So from this position, we're going to go seated. So lengthen the legs. On both sitting bones, we're going to go into that roll up. We'll start it from here. So you're going to breathe in. Option is knees bent. Breathe out to send that triangular bone up to the sky. You're going to come back down, one joint in turn. So the waistband is first, then it's the small of the back, the lower ribs, the mid ribs, upper ribs. Breathe in, breathe out. So you pick up the head, the neck. Now keep lengthening, drop into your legs, and then go long. So we're going to do another one like that. I'm just going to forward on that mat. So you can be here, you don't have to go to the floor. So this would be a good option. Sending that triangle bone up to the sky, so you're open through the hips. This is perfectly fine, and then you can come back up and lengthen. So let's change that now. You're going to do a bow and arrow move. So you're going to be bending your left elbow as you go back. So we're going to be doing a twist here. So start to roll. You're not going to go to the floor here. Lengthen, hold, and then come back. Now do that, taking the left leg off the floor. So you twist. Or you can just drag the leg off the floor. And again, breathing in, to breathe out, hold, and then reach away. 2 more. So this is your seated section. Last one. So we've done our standing to our 4-point, to our sideline. On the back now, we go seated, opposite way. Breathing in, just keep the leg down to begin, and you can breathe out as you go back, whichever you prefer that fits with your body, that feels natural. So come as far back as you can. Now watch you're not tipping. And now take the leg away. So you rotate, and then bring it back. And we're going to do another 3. So I'm hoping you're feeling this into the sides. Watch you're not just throwing the weight. This leg can be bent if you needed it to be. Remember, you can always keep that leg bent. 2, and 1 more here. Lengthen, away we go. And bring it back to centre, good. And just release down. Okay, so from this position, going to come back to centre now. You can have the soles of the feet together, you can sit cross-legged, or we're going to sit on both those sitting bones and bring the arms out. So not quite in a T, just slightly so the fingertips are in that peripheral vision. So you're going to twist to your right, take a breath in, take your head, your neck, upper, mid, lower ribs, and then come back to centre, and we're going to go the other way. Breathing in, so feel that twist. Breathing out. So stay with this. Again, if it's not good just to sit on the floor, you could do this in a chair, or you could roll up. The jumper, sit on that, a cushion, a block. Go the opposite way. So I'm hoping you feel this working into those side pockets again. Last one. Good, and just release there. Okay, give the shoulders a little roll. So from this position, the next seated one, we're going to go into mermaid. So bringing your knee out to the side. If this isn't good, stay in cross-legged position. So we're going to inhale, you come down onto the forearm, and then press up so that the ribs are going to go to the sky. Breathe out, slide in. Inhale, go the opposite way. Lengthen. Exhale to centre. So you can come onto the forearm. You just don't want your sitting bones, even if they're not in the floor, you just don't want them to move more than an inch from where they are. Now watch you don't turn in, keep that length. 2 more each side. Breathe in. reach. So this is fun. Stay on the hand, drag the arm in. One more each side. And bring it to center. So I'm hoping you felt that lengthen down the waistline. So this is our last seated one, so we just change that direction. So ground through those sitting bones, and then when you're ready, breathing in. Keep the arm long. Breathing out, and you reset it from the lower ribs, the mid, the upper, the neck, the head. And you can take your hand to your ankle, or you can lengthen. So do 3 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And you might find one side feels different to the other. Lengthen away. And last one each side. And final one. And then you're going to bring it back to center. Good. Okay, from there, just unhook the legs, give a little shake out, hands in on time then. Okay, so we're just going to finish laying on the mat, so you're going to come into that relaxation position. So I'm just going to change this music ever so slightly. So find that position that's most suitable for you. Whether that's seated, whether that's laying down, eye gaze can be closed. Okay, so from here, just relaxing. So start to establish that breath. We'll go in through the nose, out through the mouth. And just slow down the breath. Notice how the body feels. So a slow breath isn't a shallow breath. You continue with the depth. If you're breathing into that cylinder, so into the side of the ribs, inflating towards the navel and into the small of the back. As you settle into your breath, allow the body to settle into the mat. Feel the heel bones connected. Feel the weight through the back of the thighs. As you let the thigh bones relax, let your pelvis be heavy, so the waistband grounds into the mat. Let the shoulders be heavy. Feel the tip of the blade glide down the back of the ribs. Allow the fingertips to be long and the toes to be longer. Let go through those arm bones and pressing the back of the head into the mat. So you're open through the throat And start to take that time for yourself. Just picturing that autumnal day, clear blue sky, the sun is shining, the breeze is light, and allow your breath to be light. It's effortless as you release through the physical body. You've removed those restrictions, those barriers, and the breath can flow fluently and freely. And just as the leaves change colour, notice if there's any changes within your body from the start to the end of class. Feeling the length and the strength that you've created from within. And now you're nourishing the body and the mind with that relaxation, meditation, time for yourself. And then aiming at some point on a daily basis to take that time for yourself, mentally, physically and emotionally. Start to bring some awareness back into the fingertips, into the toes. And then you're going to draw the knees one by one towards the chest. Take a little hug. And just stay there. Hug the knees to the chest. And then you're going to roll from side to side. And we're going to come up into that seated position. So taking your time. And you're going to reconnect and reground the body. So from there, sitting tall, sit however feels most comfortable for you. And then we're going to take a breath in. Exhale, release the shoulders. Inhale, reach to your right. Exhale, circle. And we go that way again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Change direction. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Breathing in. Breathing out. And release. And we are there. Well done, everyone. So I hope you enjoyed that. You can let me know. You did work hard in some of those sections, I'm sure. And yeah, next Saturday I'm teaching a bar class, so that's through online events. You'll need to book that. And I've released what we're doing next week. So if you can join me next week,